Hello everybody, this is Sonya. I'm in Australia and I've decided that I want to do a little bit of a series on doing these circles. This one's not complete, of course, because I've got bits done so I can show you all of it, but a bit of, what I've got left to do anyway. So they are done with lots of different embroidery stitches. You can use these on your slow stitching because you can put this in your piece of slow stitching. Where is the bit I had? I don't know. Dear, oh dear. I wasn't thinking that I wanted to show you that, was I? I thought, now I'll just do this bit. But you can put that on your slow stitching piece, because that way then you've got something else of interest on it. Well, I haven't got any on here. Well, say you did a circle on there, you could do the circle the same way as I've done this, this one here, this little circle, he's got some beads on him, and you can just put all these bits and pieces around it, or you can just use them as a single thing. First of all, I watched June Rag, and she was talking about doing these sort of things, and there's a lady, and I can't say her name's Adria something, and I can't tell her name, and she's doing a lot of it. And there's another lady, what was her name? Oh dear, Sue something. But anyway, so I wanted to do my own series, because I know some of the ladies were left-handed, and I'm right-handed, so I'm doing because I've embroidered for many years, I know I'm right-handed. But anyhow, so that's why I want to do these, to show you can put all this stuff in anything. Loretta's making a wall hanging out of her squares. I would have did this in my wool blanket in fabric, or my wool fabric, only I couldn't find it. But you can use felt. This one on the back here's a reasonably good one. The ones in the centre are wool felts. You can get a really acrylic-y one, but it's probably not very good to use. You want something that's got just really soft, so, and a way to cut out a circle, which is not that hard, so we can do circles. But I wanted to show you how to make these, so I hope I'll make one a week if I can, and I'll just put it up on a Friday, I hope. But anyway, so let's have a go at this and see how we go. First of all, we'll do a circle, okay? So I've got some bits of felt here in a bag, and you have to put at the background, and this is not a very thick one, so I put that on the background, thick fabric. If I could find my slow stitching piece that I'm halfway through, I could show you putting it on there, couldn't I? But you know what, it's disappeared from me. I might actually put it onto here this time, I don't know. See, I had a lot of wool fabrics and I can't find them anywhere. I have searched and searched and searched. Of course they're here, because I haven't looked everywhere yet. I'm just trying to. I've had the air conditioner going. There's air conditioner in my window. Can you hear that? I'm sorry about it, but I need to stay cool. I need to stay cool. Yeah, this is a nice good wool one. This is a nice good wool piece. Now I'm going to make a circle. And I had here a while ago, naughty me, I've left this out of my my die set, but I used that, I'd imagine, before when I was doing this, because I did these a long time ago, not exactly the same. I did mine on flower shapes. Oh, that came out really good. I didn't think it'd be that plain. And then I want an inside one. Don't know if this is small. This is a piece of washi tape thing. I'll just make an inside circle. I might do that in the same colour. So you can get your circle however you want to. Why didn't I put it over near the edge? I wouldn't know. This is very thick, but it's very easy to sew through, so you don't have to worry about it. Okay, now I'm going to put it onto here. So that was my air conditioner turn itself off because I'm cool enough, it said, and that's okay. My hubby put it in yesterday, wasn't that good? He did. I couldn't go over to the hardware to get the piece of board. Well, I could have, but it was really hot. So the other day I went down the road here, not far from where I live, to a place where they make kitchens, or install kitchens, and I asked this nice young man if he could sell me a piece of wood to go into the window. That was English, wasn't it? Sorry about that. And I said, and he said to me, he said, well, it cost you about $50. I said, oh dear. He said, but I could get you a second, like a piece that wasn't, And I said, well, that's all right. I said, I don't mind. I said, I can throw a bit of paint on it if it's, it's nothing. And it cost me $10. And I wanted to put it on my gopher in front of myself because there was, because there's a room space there. My scooter that I drive around on, and he wouldn't let me. And he was a really nice man, and he brought it up and delivered it. Isn't that nice? Some people give you a really hard time, and that is a really nice person. And the board is absolutely perfect. I can't see anything wrong with it, but I suppose he's a joiner or whatever you call them, them people, and he could see something wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it I can see. But anyway, so Jeremy put it in yesterday, so now I'm going to be cool. Right, so that'll be nice, won't it? I've got 2 pieces. You don't have to, but if you're going to do anything in the centre, you need something. Actually, I probably should have did a different colour like I did for that one, eh? I'm just getting carried away here. So I really thank you to that nice young man. I'm sure I did thank him. I'm sure he won't be watching. And, I'll use this piece of apricot one. Now here's me chopping these good pieces of felt to pieces, but that doesn't matter because I have a lot, because I really used to like doing things with felt, and I did a lot of embroidery on the flowers that I cut out with my big shot. Because I had a really thick die. I've only got a few thick dies because you can't really use the little thin ones. You've got to use the thick heavy ones. Now that's it's not exactly great, but it's okay because what I'm going to do with it is going to make it that way. So what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to start off on this piece here and then continue, maybe over to this piece and show you, how it's going to look. All right? Yeah, if you understand? Okay, so try and keep in the shot, Sonya. I'm going to cut this up like this because maybe I can put on a couple of small ones, I might be able to do a couple of small ones, so it'll look really cool. But it's a good way to learn your stitches, and if you, you can put them on here or straight onto your, well, I'd put this part here straight onto me slow stitching, so I must start another lot of that. Anyway, I have got some that I probably should finish too. You might have to excuse me a minute while I get a mouthful of water. I'm very thirsty today. I'm very thirsty. Sometimes I'll be like that. It's just to do with all, I don't know, maybe she's getting old or something. Now, of course, this one's not anywhere near finished, but so what you do, you put your piece on there. Now, if you got felt, it will hang on really good to it. It won't go sliding about, but you can put a pin in it if you like. We're going to use a good needle. This one here is, I think it's just called an embroidery needle, and I do not know to tell you what size it is. Only thing I know how to tell you about these is because of your piece of thread, you need the cotton. Because of the size of the thread you're going to use, which you can use, I'm using these pearly ones that are actually crochet threads because they're, to me, the best thing. They don't split apart like when you do embroidery with more than one strand of thread, you can sort of see that. But if you use these ones here, that are, I've wound them on because I have got bigger reels of it, like I have these sort of little bits, so I just wind them onto the other for them so I can just take it with me or whatever I want to do. So this is what I use. You can use anything you want to. This piece here is a piece of pearl something crochet thread. Yeah, it's a pearly one, but it's a shiny one. If you're just learning, I don't think that's a very good idea to start with that because it's a little bit tricky. It moves about a bit, And then, of course, you can use the embroidery thread. You can use the embroidery thread but it does, I don't like the way that it tends to come apart, and when you've stitched it, you can see. But anyway, that's just my theory on it. I don't think that, you have to worry about that. It's whatever you like to use, you can use. There's so many different things you can use, but I find that the best idea is to have the I've got more of these over here. Have these because they show better, you know, they look better and they're a bit bigger, and I've got a nice purple one there. I might use that. That'll look good, won't it? Mauvey purpley colour. Right. I'm always putting them in. I get a lot of them and I wind them up and I take them with me. and then they're just left wherever. But anyway, so I'm going to put this down first, which is not a good idea because you're not going to be able to see it. So I'm just going to stitch this one on. This will show you how just to put these together, okay? And then I'm going to show you how the stitches work on the other piece. I hope that's, you can understand that. Now I must have had that sitting on something, ink probably, knowing me, so we better be careful about that, hadn't we? I'm going to have to zoom out a bit because I cannot stay in this shot here. Now I can. Okay, right. Now we'll thread this up. It's a fair sized needle, isn't it? It's a bit long. Probably, and of course, as I always say, whatever your size your thread is, the same size as your needle, or your needle should be a little bit bigger because you need it to follow through behind the hole that the needle's going to make. Okay? So when I did round here a while ago, it took me a couple of minutes. Probably seemed like ages, you know, but I timed myself to see how long it'd take me. Have I got a knot yet? No. I'm terrible at making a knot. I always have a knot. I can always have a knot. Okay, so that, now we're going to do some stab stitches, right? So this is what these will be. And then just, well, not too far apart, because later we're going to use them as an anchor for the next piece that we're going to put on. What we're going to put onto it, okay? Right. Very warm here today. Yep, we're going to... yesterday it was only it was 36. When I say only, well, you probably can't go outside for very long when it's 36 here. Once it gets up to 40, well, it felt like 40 yesterday, but anyhow, I was trying to do a little bit in the room to make a space for hubby to put the air conditioner in, and I just felt the heat myself. I really did. Righto, so we're just going to go round the outside of that with this, right? So you can envision that that's what I've done, okay? Now, on the middle one, on the one in the middle, I'll show you that in a minute because I'm going to go over into this piece here. This piece here. So when I went round the outside of that, I went and I got myself a bit of this colour. I'm sure that's what colour that is. Looks like it is, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why I can't see. I've probably got the camera in my light. I have too. Now, we don't want a lot of thread, but we do need a little piece, you know. We do, I don't know, I usually get about this much. Sometimes I go big. 20 inches, that is, which is centimetres. Where am I? 50 each? 50 centimetres, sort of. So this is going to go through there because they're the same size. Follow it through the hole really well. Might get a bit longer one because I'm going to make a Boolean stitch now, and this is long enough, right? So I'm going to make a Boolean stitch now, and you need a little bit longer needle because that's what these are around here, okay? So when you start off, you just start the same way as I'm about to show you here. Right, you come up through the back, and I'm coming up just next to the last one that I did, okay? So now I'm going to go over for about, I think that'd probably be this much. I'm sorry, I can't really tell you. I might make it a little bit bigger than that, actually. Oh, did I? No, I didn't. Wait a minute. I need them to be the same size as those ones anyway, pretty close to it. So you just go like this, you put your needle through there like that, okay? For a Boolean stitch. Now you want to make sure that you've got control of the things, righto? Have your hands here, put your thumb on that. You've got a finger underneath there, and with this hand you wrap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I know it's 12 because that's what I've been doing, and to make it a little bit higher. Because what you would do ordinarily would be just make it long enough that it'll cover that section there if you want it flat. But if you want it to come up onto a bit of a scallopy look, you want to make it a little bit. Now hang on to these bits, and you can wiggle it around until it comes through, because you don't want to pull on it too tight, but you need to have a little bit of control over the thing, okay? And you very carefully pull that down, and then you can just, even if you roll it around like that a bit, it'll give it a little bit of, still roll it properly, and then you just go down through the back near where that part there is, right? Just go back through the back part and go like this, and then you've got that little, and I don't think I made him quite big enough, did I? Look, see, because he's not the same as the rest of them, is he? Oh, he's not too bad. He's not too bad. We'll let him go. All right, so you come up at the back next to that one. I might take this over a bit further this time. I don't know why I didn't do that, but anyway, and come up there like that. Get hold of it. When you're wrapping it around, don't do it too tight, but you have to do it snug. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Righto? And then you pull, hang on to it here. Let it move. Let it move a bit while you're pulling this through, because you don't want it too tight, and hang on to it until you pull it right all the way through, and then get hold of this bit and push that down with that hand and just twiddle him about a bit, and he will be there like that. There we go, see, there he is. Look at that, isn't he cute? Now we come up and we do another one. Righto. I'm going to come over here, and so I might not have time to do all of the work, like to finish the whole thing, but I'm going to show you so you can finish all yours. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Righto. Now just hang on to this bit while you pull it through. If it doesn't want to come, just give it a little bit of a twiddle. It'll come through. It'll work. As long as your needle is big enough, like the thickness of your needle. I'll pull that down too far there. As long as that's just the thickness of your needle is, you know, as big as, or the string, or bigger than the string. Thread, whatever you're going to use for thread. I'll put it back through there, and then you got that bit. See, that's looking really cool, isn't it? I do like it. Don't pull it down too far, it'll disappear under there. It won't. Okay, so we're coming up through this back again, and we just continue going around the outside with that one. I needed you to see that how it was going to look, and I think it's going to look nice. I've got a fair bit to go on the middle piece, but we're going to get there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And that's why, that way you're going to have every one of them the right length. Doesn't matter if it comes along like that, just get it to go down there, just encourage it to close up. If you accidentally let go of it, you don't worry, just get it going down in there, give it a bit of a twiddle, it'll work. Pull it through to the back. Might need to roll that a bit more. It probably didn't get, you got lost in the, hang on. It doubles up over itself. It's a, you don't want to panic about it. You just do the best you can. It's, of course, unless you're me. I really want to make sure I get it right here, so, and I will. It's one of these come undone. But you can undo it, you don't have to be worried about it, it will come undone. So that's that bit out, and then I have to take all these pieces here to get it out. But that's okay, because you know what, if you make a mistake, you should take it apart, because you don't want to be unhappy with your results. If you make a mistake, you don't want to be unhappy with the results. I don't know how long I've been embroidering, but I still unpick mine if I have to. Well, I do know, so that should be a fair while. 40 odd years, I suppose. It's really, and every day for most of it. Every day for most, until the last 6 years or so, I haven't done it every day, but come on, Lena, come undone, that's the way. I just got to unwrap these wraps here that I put on it, don't I? Patience will get you there. If you get upset with it, it won't work. No, it's just a, you know, it's not alive or anything, but it won't work if you get upset with it. For some reason, it doesn't happen like that. Rightio, I think that's all. Yeah, I've got it. I'll do this again. Because I let it go, so there's a reason you hang on to it, you see, because you don't want to muck it up. Don't lick the end of the cotton, but I am going to. I don't know why, because it swells up, but I think it does after you've put it through the hole. Hopefully. For some reason it does make it flat. It does flatten it down a bit, so rightio now. So we come down here, go back up there near where we come out. This time we will get hold of it and we won't let it go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 12. Okay, right, now push them down there. Now hang on to that. This time don't let it go, Sonya. Oh, you got away from me again. Okay, I just went too wrong, didn't I? I'm going to be persistent. I'm going to have a go at fixing it. I'm going to make sure it's right though. There we go. Look, see? I did get it to work after all. There we go. Now I'll do another one. Practice makes perfect, you know. These Boolean stitches are used for so many things. I've actually got A to Z books on it, but I don't think I've made anything out of it because I'm not. It's all bugs and things that are in there, beetles and things that are in it, and I've never made anything out of it. I'm not counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12. Because I learnt to do this about 30 something years ago. I think I learnt to do Boolean stitches. I did, and I didn't need to use the book, but I still bought them anyway because I wanted to have them. I just have, and I think I have 3 actual copies of the same thing because I picked them up second hand or whatever and just couldn't leave them there because I just don't know. I just couldn't leave them there. Okay, so that's what that's going to do when you go round and round and round. And I'll put that down there and in there, a bit better than that. What have I got here? Sonya, you didn't do it very nice this time either. What's the matter with you? I'm okay. Probably a bit tired. My mojo's gone for a walkabout because I just feel like I don't know. I just feel, that was really weird. The cord of that thing just jumped, might have fell. So, I don't know, but anyway, so that's that part. Now, the inside bit here, so that's what you do to finish going around the outside of that. Now, I'll show you how to put the inside piece onto this one. Yeah, because that way, yeah, righto. So, I'll finish stitching around that later. I can end that off, I can start it up again. But I want to show you this piece in the centre. And I'm going to use the yellow because I think it'll look good on it. Oh no, you won't be able to see that, will you? How about a bit of orange? You'll be able to see this. A bit of orange on there. Yep, that'll look good, won't it? Do you think so? More. I'll take this needle. I can have a redo. Actually, later on I could just probably I'll make this the same or just make it different, I don't know. Just put a bit of difference on it, not much, but because I want it to be, might have a different outside. I might do different around the edge of it than what this other one is. Okay, now start in the middle, right? Find your middle. Okay, and so that you won't go off centre. I hope I'm in the middle. I think I am. Just keep yourself in the middle and keep going back to the middle. Actually, I didn't do this the last time either. I did the knots first. So I hope I can do that again, get that right. Righto, so I'm going to do a little thing that looks like a person with 2 little legs there. 2 little legs, 2 little arms out this way. This is what I can envision that. Is that what it is, say? And this up through the middle and out through the side. And then you've got that bit to start with for your guide. So then, hopefully, if you come up through the centre and go in between each one of those, we'll have that worked out, okay? You get me? Yes, that. Keep coming back to the middle. And you notice how my piece wasn't really straight. That pulls it in a tiny bit, doesn't it? That stitch pulls it in a tiny bit, and you can't tell. Isn't that right? You can't tell that it's Sonya's made a little bit of a sticky out bit on there. Because when you go to take your needle down in the edge of that, make sure that you've got it real close, because the other way you don't want it out here away from your piece of work, do you? Okay, and that bit goes down there, and that's how you put that there, righto? But I did mine after I did my knots, so we'll do some knots. Time for knots? Yes, we've got some time for knots. Because then I want to show you how to do the needle weaving part. Need something on this table that doesn't keep sliding. I might have to sew on my chair out there too, because I have a magnifying thing now too, so I can see. But I can see this. I can see this fine. It's just you never know what. I might put the little yellow dot on it. Little yellow dot. No, that's green. I'll let go with the green dot. That'll look good, won't it? Yes, I'm sure. It's a bit thicker than. Hang on, there's a piece here. I can get myself into a kerfuffle, can't I? Anyway, that's probably too long. Oh, that's about right. Too long. Sonya, cut it off. Okay, this is a bit of a long needle, but that's all right too. I don't know where I got these from. I think I found them in something I was looking in this morning. I found some stuff today, but not those, not them pieces of wool fabric. I did not find. Odd 1 or 2 pieces, that's all I found. I'm not happy about that because I did have them and now they're gone. So a French knot, I've seen people do French knots and we're all different, okay? We've all got different ideas on French knots. Geez, I hope I've been in this shot. I probably wasn't. Get over here, Sonya, get over here. This is my French knot, okay? I think it's only 1 wrap, a rule, but I'm going to do 2 because this is fairly thick too and you don't need to do a lot. I think I watched a lady do about 6 twists round. It's up to yourself how many twists round you do, right? Hold on to it there, wrap 1, 2, keep hold of it, go back down in there and you've got your French knot. It's a bit skew with that one, but it's all right, it's good. Come up through here, go around, hold on to it, 1, 2, bring your piece back down and go down in there. Very easy. Well, I say that, but I think I found it hard when I was first learning it. I don't know how many of these I've made in my life, but anyway, 1, 2. They're not exactly perfect, these ones, are they? I think it's because of the thickness. They're not too bad, though. They're working pretty good to me. They're working pretty good. Shouldn't say anything bad about your work, son. It's pretty good, righto? I've been told not to do that. Isn't that nice? Oh, I love the colours. I love the colours. And see, even if you wanted to put something as small as that, which you would, onto your slow stitching, absolutely gorgeous. Just a little bit. Because that is something, they've got these things that people make out there and they call them little sand dollars. And they are like that size. And they're sewed about and that. And they look really cool. So you want to go on Pinterest or somewhere and see if you can see them. They look really good. A lot of them were done in the sort of colours too, and that's fine. I don't think there's anything really brightly coloured like these, but I do like the bright colours. I think they look awesome, and I think it's really good. You know, I think a lot of people now are using a lot of the good colours, all the bright colours. Okay, so now I've got a few minutes to show you how to do, and there's your French knots. Okay, they go in the middle of there. Now this is my take on this, so nobody judge me. You can put anything you want on any part of the circle, you know, anything you want. I'll put that off a bit smaller because I'm going to have to go around there, and I will go around here and finish this because I'm going to actually show you how to start off this needle weaving piece, right, like that, and then on this one I can continue to show you how to do it because I haven't stitched all the way around there yet, have I? I don't know if I want to put that on there. Let's see what colour. Might have a yellow, do you think? Maybe the yellow would go on there nice. What do you think about that? I think the yellow would look good. I do have favourite colours, don't I, that I use a lot of, but anyway. So if I show you how to start it off on here and then continue on that one, how's that sound? Because you can see what I wanted to do was to show you what was happening, you see, as you were putting it on there. So if I had to do it, all the stitches, the whole lot, it would have took me too long. But I wanted to, you know, that's all right, I don't mind, but you want to know how to do them. I just put, the next time I'll do a lot more different ones. So, okay, so I've cut that off there, willy-nilly, but you need to come up near your stitch here. I'm near my first stitch. It's where I am. I've got a knot, and I'm doing that because I have got. Just be careful, Sonya. Look, I've got a thread here. I haven't finished, have I? So that's why we're doing this. We're over here. But you'd start wherever you want to. It doesn't matter where you start. So you want to use the back of the needle, or use a tapestry needle, which has got no point on it, and then you will come and you will do this, right? You will go under that piece, and you will catch it down here, right? You go under there. So don't make your stitches too far apart because you're making this little lacy bit now. Righto, and you just keep going round like that all the way. Okay. Now, what have I got here? I've got a needle. No, I have to thread this needle up with this here. So that's what you do to go around there. Now we go. I hope I'm not going to put too much onto this. If you want me just to do one or two stitches, I will. But I think, you know, it's not that hard to learn them. And you can rewind me if you want to and see what I did. Some of the stitches will be used again because I'll be making more of the circles. So some of them will be used again. Now for the needle weaving thing, like what we're doing now, this is what we're doing. And it's sort of like a buttonhole. So we're going around there like that, okay? I'll turn that off. I've only got a few minutes now. So we're doing that. You go all the way around to there, okay? Now when you get all the way around to there, you will have, I've actually done 2 rows on mine, righto. You will come up at a point where you're finished, okay? And we'll come up here. See, this is how we go, keep going round. So I want to show you what it's going to look like when you finish going round, okay? So you go into the next one. See, so imagine now that we've done this row, so we're going to go under each one of these with the back of our needle, righto? So you go under there, I've fluff all in this. And if I haven't explained this properly, I'd like you to tell me so I can redo it. And you just keep doing this. Go into each one across there, look. See? Doing a little bit. And I haven't had to make it any smaller, but you probably will later on have to bring it in a little bit smaller here, like the hole won't be as big as that you're making. This looks really nice, doesn't it, doing this? Now you can do this in all different sorts of ways, these stitches, and I've made some really nice things using it. I've used it and done used wire to work it on, and you have a leaf or a wing for a insect of some sort. So it just, you know, it's just such a nice finished off thing to do. I'll just let this hang down. If you hold your work up and let your needle hang down, it'll untwist if it's starting to twist up. Okay, just hold your work up and let the needle hang down and it'll untwist itself. Alright? I just want to make sure that I don't go too far because I don't want this to turn off. So we've probably got 5 minutes, so maybe I can zoom around here in 5 minutes, I don't know. Just be careful when you're doing this, you don't pull it too tight because you want to make it look, you know, net, like it's a net lacy look, okay? And then back to where we started. Oh, that was the start of the beginning of the first one. Right, so this is round 3. I'm up 2 here. I'm going round, this is round 3. And I'll be back to where we started in a minute. I meant to, when I said that, I meant back to where I started in the first place when I started doing it. Okay? So then we're going to the next one down. This is the next row. Okay, alright? Now we might have to bring it in a little bit smaller. We never know. We'll just see how we go because I've had it pretty open as I've been going around. When I say that, I meant to take it in tighter, but we don't have to if it's still going to be all right. It's not going to be baggy, you know, because you can get your look. See, you can fit your hand underneath there because that's a netting thing, like fishnet. I imagine that's how they did their nets. I don't know. Maybe it was a bit more complicated, the knot thing. Yeah. So when you imagine that this is going to look a lot better when it's got that piece around the outside, of course. And I'll finish going around there with that. I'll be showing you that when I do the next one of these, which I hope to put up one every Friday, because I'm doing other things as well, and I want to allocate time and dates for these things. Okay, if I can stick to a plan, I should be right. Okay, and I hope that the air conditioner's not bothering you, but because I need it on. It's not that far away from where I am, and I feel quite cozy, you know, cool. Quite cool. Now you can take it all the way to the centre if you want to, or you can leave a space. It's up to you if you want to leave a space. Have you noticed that some of it's a little bit more open than others? That's because I'm not pulling it right enough. This is back to the beginning again, I think. Maybe. Isn't that neat? I think I'm going to take it to the middle. Okay? See how I go with this piece of thread anyway. I think it looks really nice. And you can do this on your in your slow stitching, of course. Got that right there. I hope I went under the right thing. Okay. Got to get hold of it with my own fingers here, stopping myself from doing this, haven't I? Righto. Now, if I go around there probably 1 or 2 times more, I'd have that filled in all the way, but I don't know if I want to do that. I'm going to take it through to the back because I've run out of thread, and I'll just see what I'm going to do with it after I get this bit here around there. I don't think I need to do that right to the centre. I can keep going right into the middle. But so you've got none of this here went into the, none of that there went into the fabric. It's all. So I've unthreaded my needle. Where's me? And then I have a crochet hook. So you've only got where you started, that knot, and then that bit there. So I'll just get the crochet hook and push it under here, pull that through, make a knot thingy with it, so it doesn't come off. Righto. So that's that bit. Okay, so if you want to go and try one of those, it'd be nice. I'd like to see if you're having a go. If anybody's having a go, just message me and tell me that what you're doing, or send me a picture or something on me, email me a picture or something. But if you're doing them on video too, that'd be nice. I could see them, or Facebook. Thank you everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. Sorry I haven't got this bottom bit round here done. I should have did a bit more before I started, but I was excited to get going. And I think that looks really cool. Sorry I'm not in the shot again. Oh dear me. Okay, thank you everybody for watching, and stay safe now and have a good day. Talk to you later. Bye bye.